Hi guys, this is the video I shot with the microphone switched off on the camera. That's never a wise move, but I seem to do it all the time. I watched the video back so that I knew what was coming next, so that I could do a voiceover. I saw that the video wasn't really very interesting, but I thought I'd attempt this anyway, as a trial really. You can see Harrison here, his face is healing up quite nicely now. The swelling's gone completely, and he's not in pain any longer. He's very happy. The camera's not really picking up the beautiful colour in his eyes, which is very disappointing really. This is Emo. Emo just keeps himself to himself. He's a good boy. Mr. Chops comes and stands at that gate all the time, but if I go to open the door to let him out, he just runs back in the garage. So I don't play that game anymore. This is where I was really disappointed at the colour coming out of the camera. His eyes were beautiful to my eyes. Fred and Ginger are out. These two are always fighting, Phoenix and Don Corleone, DC. As you can see, the new sofa's arrived, the new second-hand sofa. You can guarantee that anything that anyone's throwing away is in better condition than what we have, because everything that we have is destroyed. Don't forget, we've got what's equivalent to 100 children, 100 Edward Scissorhands children. They destroy everything and they make a mess everywhere. We try to keep on top of it, but it's actually pretty much impossible. Before we put the sofa thing together, we're going to clean the walls and paint everywhere. The whole house is getting painted. It needs it badly. Most of you are probably aware that we just rent the house. We don't own it, and we'll have to leave this house very soon. But we want to leave it in a better condition than what we found it. It was pretty tatty when we moved in, to say the least, and we had to redecorate everywhere. But we haven't kept on top of it because it's difficult with all the animals. But that's no excuse. Minnie likes living here, laying here on the floor, directly under the huge fan on the ceiling. The brief glimpse you got there was Littlin, and here's Dixie, having a wash. He's a nice cat, Dixie. It's such a shame he fights with the others. Some of the others. He's perfectly good with most of them. But he just has a downer on some cats, especially Gingers, it seems to me. Maybe a ginger cat did something to his brother, I don't know. I don't know why we're just looking at the floor tiles here. I can't remember what I was talking about. Minnie loves to lay on her back like that. It must be cooler for her because she's quite fluffy, as you see. The heat's been absolutely extreme. There's Fred. So Freddy and little Ginger. Ginger's around somewhere too. I don't know where she is at this moment in time, but she's around. They love playing. There she is. She's getting much better now. I don't want to tempt Providence, but she really has improved even since yesterday. You can see the little flicks in her tail. And she seems to really be interested in what the other cats are doing. She gets a little bit afraid. She's very timid. But I can understand that after all she's been through. She's a brave little thing. I'll tell you, she's a real brave little thing. She took all of her medicine like a trooper. And she's let us do pretty much anything that needed to be done. I guess she knew that we were helping her. And now she communicates through blinks. She blinks at me all the time. She's quite happy to sit and stare at me and blink at me. And most of the other cats are really, really kind to her, which is lovely to see. I think they know that she's sick. So guys, as I said at the beginning, this video is actually pretty boring. So feel free to either quit or skip forward or just skim through it. But one thing's for sure, if I don't publish videos, I can't get any watch hours. And if I don't get any watch hours, we can't monetize the channel. And if we can't monetize the channel, when we have to leave this place, I don't know what we're going to do. What we need to do when we eventually leave this place, I'm actually surprised we're still here, but what we need to do when we leave is to establish a proper cattery somehow, somewhere. We don't have any capital. We don't have any properties in the UK or anything like that to sell. We just have my small pension, which comes in every month. It's Chico. Chico's the cat policeman. He sorts out any fights, but consequently, he's always in trouble. Where was I? Yes, so it's extremely worrying about what we're going to do with all these animals when we have to leave this place. And it's not if we have to leave this place, it's when. We'll have to leave when the lady who owns the house retires from her job in the UK. She definitely wants to move to Cyprus. She's approaching retirement age, and she said that she wants to have the whole house renovated before she moves in. That will probably take about a year to fix all the damage in this house. I don't know whether you saw, but those two cats were chasing Fred. In a minute, Fred comes back with those two in hot pursuit. They're really funny. Yeah, so it will take about a year to renovate this place, to fix up all the things that need to be done. All of the tiles need to be changed. The floors are a disgrace. There's been damage caused due to earthquakes. A lot of the tiles are cracked. There's massive cracks in the walls. None of the windows fit, so when it does rain, the rain just comes straight in through the windows. So we found that it's pointless to try and keep the walls painted and stuff like that, because when it rains here, it rains heavily. It doesn't rain very often, but when it does rain, it rains very, very heavily, and it piles in through the windows. It's destroyed all of our expensive blinds that we bought, especially blackout blinds. They were expensive, and the first time it rained, it destroyed all of our blinds, which is a darn shame. So there was no point buying new blinds, so we just put up with what we've got. It looks disgusting, it looks messy, it makes us look as though we don't care, but that couldn't be further from the truth. We do care. We're just stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's certainly, we don't have the facilities, we don't have the capacity, the resources to replace the windows. And to be perfectly honest, I don't see why we should. I don't want to do anything to this house that improves its value for us just to leave it behind and walk away. That wasn't ever part of the deal. I mean, we've done so many things in here anyway that have been above and beyond, because when we moved in, nothing worked. Absolutely nothing worked. It was a disgrace. There she goes. She can run when she wants to. Well guys, that's the story here anyway so far. I'm sure most of you are aware of most of it. I think I've told most people what the situation is. I'm going to have to go now because someone's just come in at the door, and Merlin's just punched me in the face. So I'll let you watch till the end of the video. I'll just skip it if you don't want to watch. Cheers now, bye.